This is the word to go, y'all.
Well, hello, and welcome to the 150th episode, hashtag that of GAW TV. Your ladies are here.
Yep.
Hello, Val. Hello,
Hi.
Lisa. I love you so much. I can't believe we're 150 episodes old, but here we
Can you
are.
believe that?
We're growing, we're just growing. I'm so happy to see you all. It's Wednesday, and we're making it through the Wednesday. We got a really awesome guest lined up today, so I'm so excited about that. But before we do that, we need all of you that are tuning in right now. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone in the live chat below. Hello, we see you. You're amazing. Thank you to all of our subscribers. But we also need you to please give this video a like, because that helps us out a lot. Yep. Give us a like, subscribe, because you don't want to miss any of our episodes. You don't want to miss when we go live. You don't want to miss any of the fun shenanigans that happens here on GAW TV.
Yep.
And our favorite, because I'm in Nick's office today, so I have a different, click that bell.
Cute. What does it say?
This is, do you remember, I've showed this one before. It's the bullshit alert.
That's right. Oh God.
Bullshit.
Do you know why we're not allowed to have that on our show? Because it would be so many times we could do it. It's like when Lisa generously gave me the shade button. Every time we're shady, we have to press a button. That would be too much. Too excessive.
Too much.
Ding in all day.
Right. And speaking of too much, you guys have been too much and too supportive and too fabulous. My gosh, 150 episodes. I don't think we look a day over 90 episodes, quite frankly.
I know.
Maybe
really
that's
trying.
due to our drunk elephant skincare, and we're about to be drunk elephants tonight because it's a party. Woo! Yes, I've lost my voice for 2 months, and now too much announcing. We'll get to that, but I want to say, not only thank you for your support of GAW TV, 150 episodes strong and growing, and your support of WrestleMania 3, and also your support of our YouTube membership. So, as you know, guys, or maybe if you're new here for the first time, if you want to become a YouTube member, you get full episodes of this show. So yes, we give you about 30 minutes, little teaser. But like Lisa's doing, if you want the juicy version, you got to subscribe.
You do.
We do extra videos. We do hot toddies, which I'm in need of right now, which is when we cover current events and hot topics. We do live chats. There's a lot of perks. Check it out right now if you don't mind. Be a part of Team GAW. We would love to have you there as a YouTube subscriber.
Speaking of our hottie toddy, I want our subscribers to let us know what should our next hottie toddy be? Give us some deets of like what we should cover, because that's kind of fun to be able to hit up some topics that they want us to cover.
And we get a little more controversial on those hottie toddies, right?
Yeah. Give us some meat. Give us some meat. Something we can in. And for a 150th episode, what better guest than our next guest? I am so excited. He got back to me 10 minutes. Sure. And I was like, wasn't used to that because most of us don't respond to text messages quite, rapidly, or the emails. You know how we are. We're a little bit, a little busy and stuff like that. But amazing, hilarious, still current with WWE.
Ooh,
the fabulous Shane Helms. Hurricane, baby. Hurricane.
yes.
It's a hurricane coming through.
The GAW TV forecast says hurricane is in the house. You better buckle down and be ready. It's a party. Let's welcome Shane Helms, Hurricane Helms. Can't wait. Woo!
Hey, Hurricane, there's a storm coming through, and you are just busting it, baby. Thank you so much for responding so quickly. Us, the other girls take days to respond, so thank you for that.
The other girls.
Yeah. Well, you are one of the girls. We used to hang out with you a lot. So yeah.
I'll take it. I've said no to like every interview request for like the last few years.
Wow.
I know.
And so I haven't done one in a while. But I love you guys. That's why like right away I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do it.
Oh my
God.
Thank
We're
you.
prepared for fun. And it's our 150 episode, Shane. So like this is like a really great way to celebrate with you. We thought who better? Someone that we all know and love, have traveled with, and we just think the world of. So thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Because I'm 150 years old?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Makes sense. I'm with
I didn't want to say, but now, that's a GAW TV exclusive.
Right. But you're like a superhero, so you just don't age. It's
That's
weird.
That's it.
It's
I'll
so
take it.
weird. Oh my God. I'm so happy to see your face. Thank you so much for agreeing to come on the show.
No, it's my pleasure.
We adore you. And Lisa was sending us pictures earlier, which we're going to talk about that, especially the Legos, because Donovan is obsessed with Legos, you know.
Okay.
But our first question, because we do have a little bit of a theme on the show, we do ask the same question to all of our guests as soon as they come on. And that is, what are you wearing? Who are you drinking?
I was literally about to say, yes, I have my pants on.
You do.
You have pants on, sir.
That's exactly what
you can plead the fifth on that question. We don't judge here.
Yeah.
We don't know judgment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very casual. I'm a kind of a Adam Sandler fashion line these days. We're just whatever feels good, I put on. The colors never match. I got on rainbow Crocs. I wear these things.
You're not crocking it.
Yep. I hated these things for years. Like I hated them from day one, but over the last year, that's all it's been. It's just
dad mode.
Are they comfy?
They're amazing. And there's one pair I got because I got an ankle fusion. I got 22 screws and 4 plates in my left foot, so my ankle and foot's fused. And so these things they just saved my life.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
What about Hey Dudes? Do you rock the Hey Dudes? Those are the new dad shoes.
I don't even know what those are.
Oh, you got
okay. ODB wears the Crocs and Hey Dudes. They're good for standing on your feet all day. Yeah.
Wow.
Google it.
Shout
baby.
out to Crocs. What a Croc.
What are you wearing? Let me see. What's the shirt you're wearing here?
Oh, Planet of the Capes. See, this is one of my own shirts. And since I'm a little chubby boy these days, I'm fat shaming myself because I refuse to buy new clothes so the only big shirts I have are merchandise shirts that I haven't sold yet.
Right.
So I'm just wearing hurricane shirts until I can fit into other clothes.
Planet of the Capes. Oh my
God.
That is awesome. That is awesome. And also, can I go next? Because,
Well, wait, are you drinking anything, Shane? You got a little smoothie? You got ice tea?
What are you drinking?
No, I actually quit drinking.
Good for you.
Whoa.
No, about 2 a.m. last night is when I quit.
Oh, God bless. I'm on that same diet.
My face. I was like, oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
I love that joke.
We're gonna get the boring hurricane.
I love that joke because every time somebody says they quit drinking, that's a great thing for that person to do, but it's still awkward. Like if you have a drink in your hand, it's so awkward. And you're like, okay.
Oh.
Well,
yeah. You do.
See you later.
Yep. Big old.
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God. But I am partaking in some little Cabernet. I ran out of my fresh fine wine. You know me, I like
What
wine.
is that? Is that a little pour stopper you have in the top there of the bottle?
There, a little aerator.
Yeah, right here, an aerator. It's supposed to make cheap wine taste better. So, I'm cheap. So
I don't think that's technically what it's supposed to do, Lisa. I think it's supposed to aerate the wine.
Okay, to make it taste better though. Because I'm bottom shelving it, so But yes, and so I refuse to buy new clothes as well. So I go through the t-shirts that my friends give me. So I am rocking my hurricane shirt, baby.
Yay!
Yeah, you are.
I love it. I have issues, and that suits you so well.
It does.
It does. I think you asked me which shirt I wanted, and I was like, "Well, I got to get that one, right? Of course,
of course."
Yeah.
Mickie, how about you, girl? What are you vibing on over there?
Well, I figured it was our 150th episode, so I would rock some of our GAW TV merch. Oh my God! Because you can see it right below us right now. You can see it in the link of the description, like right there. It's just floating, so you could find it and you could match. We could be twins if you wanted. Yeah. And then I'm drinking a little Fresca and vodka.
Fresca.
Oh.
Okay.
Love your
Fresca.
I love Fresca so much.
Does Fresca have a flavor, or is that just bubble water?
It's like a citrus. It's like a citrusy lemon, like kind of like grapefruit.
It's so good.
It's so great.
It's like an upgraded Sprite. And you know what? Being a Delta gal, Delta, can I help you? They used to have Fresca on the plane, and now they discontinued it because it's like rare now. Fresca.
It's too bougie for the airplanes.
Do y'all watch The Boys? Have you ever seen that TV show, The Boys?
I have.
Remember, isn't Fresca the drink that There's some kind
No.
of inside joke with Fresca in one of the seasons. So I can't remember what exactly it is.
Boys.
I gotta be honest, if we ever have someone on from that show, I tried to watch a bit of it. I'm not gonna repeat why I stopped watching it. Some weird stuff went on. And I was like, even for me, this is weird. So
Whoa.
I stopped. Yeah.
Now I'm definitely gonna tune in.
Now I'm only just selling it to you. Now you're intrigued. Yeah. Well, speaking of intriguing, it is our 150th episode, so I thought I would pull out some sparkles. I'm rocking like an Elton John kind of look. I've got these liver and white glasses. I've been tweeting about them. I love them. Little H&M if you're nasty. And for my tea over here, I've got Dresselmania. This is our second Dresselmania signature cup. We sent it to everyone who donated. And then because I have been announcing for about 4 days straight, and I sound like a smoker lady, all due respect to those who smoke, but I don't. I have been gargling with whiskey because, you know, my doctor, Dr. Jeremiah Feelgood, he told me that this was a great remedy. So bottoms up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this a real doctor?
Sure.
Because I want his phone number.
He was a
Yeah,
teller.
Jeremiah, he used to be a bullfrog. He's now a doctor. Jeremiah Feelgood. Hey, to Dr. Feelgood, ladies and gentlemen.
Doctor feel good.
There
He
we go.
is the one that they call Dr. Feelgood. I
Yeah.
heard
There-
he makes
You've
you
heard
feel
of him.
all- Yeah.
You've heard of him, yeah.
Well, Shane, are you drinking? Actually, I didn't even see what you were drinking.
No, I don't have anything with me. I usually don't drink while the boys are awake, just in case
Right.
I have to go, take them somewhere or anything. It's just
Responsibility. He's sipping that responsibility, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
That's what he's sipping on tonight.
Oh,
You sure are.
Good.
clever.
Well, Shane, we're so proud of you no matter what you do. One of the last times I saw you was the Jericho Cruise. We'll get into that and how you've been doing, appearing here and there. But I got to tell you, we are so thrilled to see that you're with WWE. How is that going? How's the road been? And tell us all about it.
I love it. Strangely enough, I like producing almost as much and sometimes more than working. And I never thought anything would ever exceed my love for, actually being in the ring. That was where I was always most at home. Is I'm pretty sure you ladies feel the same way. I absolutely adored it. And I still do, I just, the physical part of that my body checked out a little while ago.
Sure.
But just
That's fair.
the producing, man, I absolutely love this job. And man, it's I might have been made more for this than actually wrestling.
Oh wow.
You have good insight on wrestling, and I feel don't you feel like it's part of you're carrying on the tradition of Hurricane through your students or who you're aging and all that kind of stuff. So you feel like a proud grandpa or dad in a way,
Grandpa,
right?
she said.
Yeah.
Because I'm
Grandpa was a
older
little
than you
stiff. We could have stuck it.
I call myself grandma.
But I am 150 as we've established.
I was going to say, you did set yourself up for that. You must moisturize. You must be using that Drunk Elephant skincare.
Yeah, I do moisturize a lot. I don't know. It is like when an idea that I come up with and they're able to utilize that 100%, I get super proud of that. We just did a European tour, where we set records on a couple of the nights, just Paris, France too, by the way. I don't know if you guys saw my tweet. It is in a conversation now for the best wrestling town in the world. It was always in America, it was always Chicago, and Pittsburgh was the other one, because Pittsburgh, there would be a lot of people there, but they would just be quiet. And Chicago was just always, they would blow the roof off. Paris is one of the loudest and craziest crowds I've ever been a part of.
Yeah.
And but long story short, the main event of that match, the guys are using moves I created every night.
Yeah.
And not because I asked them to, because they wanted to. So little things like that, talents using moves I came up with, or using sayings I come up with, catchphrases, or, I came up with Eradicator for Rhea Ripley. So like when she won the title at WrestleMania and they're like, the Eradicator, I'm like, yes,
That's so cool.
and it's just a little tiny piece of the puzzle. But, I said something to somebody recently because they helped me do something and they were like, yeah, it was just a small thing. And I was like, no, brother, I said, it doesn't matter how small your piece of the puzzle is. The puzzle's not complete without you.
Right.
And that's something we all have, no matter how successful anybody is, there's a bunch of little people that helped you get along, get there. So I don't mind being a small piece of the puzzle.
Did they come up to you and ask you, hey, do you mind if I use this quote that you used to say or anything like that? Did they ask you permission?
Sometimes, as far as the moves, sometimes people do, and if they don't, that's fine. The reason I created them was to be used. you know, so especially now that I'm not out there anymore, you know. And so if they ask, that's, you know, that's very respectful. But if they don't, some don't even know that I actually created them, you know.
Right.
Some, you know, if you look at some of the NXT people there, they weren't even born when I was in WCW. So, you know.
Isn't that
So,
crazy?
yeah, it is
so
very
true.
crazy.
It's so crazy.
It's so
Oh my
wild. And I don't think like going back and watch where when we were, I remember when I was in developmental, we had to go back and watch, and it wasn't tapes that I grew up watching, but we had to go back and watch a bunch of wrestling that I had never even seen before. Whereas like I don't think they do tape study like that, or if they do tape study, it's more on current product than it is on the history, because it's like, oh, we don't wrestle like that anymore, you know? It's
Yeah, which is a shame because you can find
So
a lot
much.
of stuff. You know, my whole, you know, me doing tape studies shaped my whole career. You know, that's
Oh,
why
yeah.
I was kind of, my style was a little bit ahead of the curve,
Yes.
especially on the indies in North Carolina in the early 90s when the indie scene was just absolute trash.
Right.
You know, this shit was
Indie-rific.
terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, God, it was
Oh
brutal.
my God.
I think
You
like
know.
when we watched the VHS, you guys, VHS tapes and beta were existed. Google that. But we had to watch that for mostly psychology and like character development and like, you know, how to get the people to stand on their feet while doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
You know,
for sure.
yeah.
Well, Shane, what's so cool is like obviously you're so well respected in the business, you're so knowledgeable, and now you're shaping stars of the future. But going back to your career, were there people that were kind of in your position that you're in now that, you know, were mentors to you or producers, agents that like really helped you and like did their words stick with you? And if so, who are those people if you want to give them a little shout out?
Yeah, you
He's
know, I mean,
thinking,
well,
he's thinking.
not really.
You
not
can
really
say
on
no
the
one, that's fine too.
No, there was some. There were definitely some. You know, on the indie scene, no, because it was just like I said, awful for so long.
Sure.
That's why I'm one of those veterans. Like I don't want young guys to go through what I went through. You know,
Right.
I helped pave this road so that you could travel on it a little bit easier than I did. You know, that's why those bitter veterans drive me bananas. You know,
Right.
But you know, let's say fast forward to WCW. You know, when DDP right off the bat, that guy tried to help everybody. Like this, how helpful he is now. He's been like that. I met him in 1999, and he's been like that from the giddy up. You know, Chris Canyon, rest in peace, is he's as instrumental to my career as anybody ever was. Jimmy Hart, Terry Taylor helped me a lot in WCW, and then when I got to WWE, as far as being the Hurricane, I was kind of on my own. You know, Pat Patterson gave me a lot of great advice, you know, because he had done some kind of character stuff, but a lot of the agents were just wrestlers and they, you know, I'm doing something that I don't know how to do and that they've never done either. So that advice wasn't as forthcoming as, as I would have liked.
Yeah.
When I became Gregory Helms, though, like that's when Arn Anderson became like my guy. When I was that heel, I was like, I'm gonna go to Arn. Vice versa, when I was Hurricane, Arn didn't know shit about how to be a superhero. So, you know,
Right.
The Hurricane path was way tougher than anybody realizes. Now, when I could just go out there and wrestle, that's easy. You know, to be a character and, you know, try to make people love you. That's a little bit, that could be tough at times.
Yeah. To be a babyface character specifically, and then like, God, do you remember this? God, and I say Shane because look, I remember when I first met you, it was on the indies. I was on the indie scene. You weren't on the indie scene anymore.
Alexis Lurie.
I was trying, and it was so God bless them. Thank God, because that's how we cut our teeth. And I broke in, but God, it was some real crappy. I remember one town I did. It was outside at a car lot, and I think there were 5 people, and it was 104 degrees in Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Was I there?
I don't think you were there.
Was I there? Was I there?
No.
Okay.
A friend of mine, because we traveled a lot together. No, you would come to the Count Grog shows.
Yeah.
I met you at a Count Grog show. Yeah.
Because me and an ex-friend of yours, Joey, we wrestled outside. It was a car lot though. And there was a bank next door that had one of those old school thermometers under the sign, and it said 103. And so me and Joy, you know, we had this like spot in the beginning. It was like this, that, and the other. You know, he's going to hit me with a crossbody. I was a heel, and you know, for a quick pin. And that mat was so hot. Like he hit me with a crossbody, and I took a bump. And the referees, before he hits one, I'm kicking out of there. And I'm like, oh, I'm not going back there again.
Oh
You know?
my God. Maybe it was the same booker, because I remember the mat was it wasn't like it wasn't like the fabric mat. It had that plastic coating on it.
That blue tarp shit was the one I'm talking about. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. And you hit it. I hit it one time and I rolled out of the ring, and I was like, we had all these, I was going to do so much wrestling.
Yeah, I think me too. And I think Joy ended up beating me with a sleeper where I was sitting down or something, because I didn't want to get pinned. And the whole time I was just yelling out, hot.
Wait, was this the same show? Oh my God.
Thirsty. I would just yell out there because it was so hot out there.
Yeah. And there were like 5 people there.
Yeah, there was nobody there.
Nobody.
Hey, I'm sure both the fans had a great time, okay? Both of them really enjoyed themselves.
They went banana.
Yeah, they went banana. Do they sell at least one car?
I
don't think so.
I went out there and tried to lay underneath one of the wheels and just run me over. I can't take this.
Oh no. Well, Lisa brought to our attention some very specific photos that we will put up here on GAW TV. Tell us about, well, Lisa, which should we go to first? We got Legos. We got a garden situation.
It's small garden. Let's go with the small garden. He goes, yeah. He goes, I go, well, do you want anything to promote or plug in? He goes, well, I'm with WWE. I don't think they need help promoting. And then he goes, but unless my wife is sending me out to the garden. And he sends this picture.
Oh,
this picture.
Yeah, that's
a little garden.
Yeah. That's some of the bigger fields we have. Our personal garden is probably, I think it's 20 rows of 50 feet each road. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty big. It's a monster.
Oh my God, green hair and green thumb. Who knew? What?
Now Karen and her dad, they have I just literally, what do y'all need me to do? And I do it. By the way,
we love Karen. Please give her all our love.
Oh God, yeah.
Gem of a babe. We love her. Yeah.
She's a good time. She's a hoot. Yeah, that's why we love her.
Like y'all, yeah.
She's a maniac. Yeah, exactly. That's why she fits in very well.
So that's what so that leads me to the other picture. That's what I was doing in my man barn. I got a barn outside that I don't have a man cave. I got a barn because I live on a farm. Just makes sense to me. And so I was just this is only my second Lego set. Yeah, Sanjay, a couple of years back, Sanjay Dutt puts Legos together, and he was showing me all the stuff, and I was like, man, one day I'm gonna do that. Because I didn't really play with him as a kid that much. Right. And there's a writing course that, I took a couple writing courses when I got furloughed, and so there's different projects that I'm still working on now. And one of the things that they were saying, like, if you get in a rut, and I'm not in a rut, but it was just like, if you get to a place where you're kind of stuck, go do a puzzle. It's like, do something that will completely take your mind off of everything. And that, for some reason, that kind of triggers parts of the brain, or whatever. And that supposedly helps. It's a creative exercise. And so I'd had this Infinity Gauntlet Lego set that I got for Christmas. I think Karen actually bought it for me. And so I went out and I was just sat out in the my man barn for like 3 hours yesterday, putting that thing together. And it was like so incredibly peaceful.
How about that?
Yeah, and I put it all together in one sitting. And so then I got on Amazon, as we do these days, and overnighted me a Boba Fett head for Star Wars. And that's what I was doing earlier today.
That's hilarious.
Okay, well, now we have to ask Boba Fett, Mandalorian, Bo-Katan, Ahsoka's coming out.
I might be in love
There's
with
all my whole background right there. I'm a Mandalorian mark.
She's a Grogu mark. You're in love with Bo-Katan. So Bo-Katan. What have been your favorite things? Obviously, after the movies, but I mean, there's been so many great TV series. What are you watching? What are you loving from Star Wars?
I mean, the Mandalorian, I think, is pretty good. It's pretty strong. I like the Obi-Wan show. There was a fight scene with Darth Vader and I forget it, one of the sisters of the night or something like that. And that was like the best Darth Vader fight scene they've ever done. And so it was like Obi-Wan show, but I never cared about Obi-Wan at all.
Right.
But what I'm really excited about with Mandalorian is because Grand Admiral Thrawn got mentioned on the episode, and he's my favorite Star Wars character of all time. And so I can't wait to see him finally on the big screen.
Right.
Did you watch the extra edited clips, like how they did the background shots and stuff like that? How CGI has gone crazy with all this stuff. Like, it's the extras that you can click on
Yeah.
to
Do you
see
ever
how
go
they
back-
made the show.
Do you ever go back and watch movies you thought were good as a kid, and the
Like
CGI
E.T.,
is so
like
terrible?
E.T. I thought it was
E-
the best. I'm like going, oh God, I used to think this was amazing.
Yeah, the CGI is so much shit
so
back in the day. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're like,
Yeah.
Even
but at the
Jurassic
time,
Park
but at
is
the
a
time,
little
it was
bit
great.
struggle.
You know,
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
what Val? What are you
Even
referring to?
Jurassic Park, which is like my favorite probably of all time, but like even that, it was amazing.
this
It's
clown
still
cried
amazing.
in Jurassic Park. She cried because we were seeing one of the
Here we
Jurassic
go.
Parks together. There was a group of us, and a pterodactyl came down and grabbed like a baby triceratops, and
Yep.
this one started crying. Val.
Yeah.
in the
I'm so
Jurassic
glad I
Park movie.
forgot about that. It was the first Jurassic Park World, the first one that came out after a long time, and they had like a baby triceratops like
I
little
hear
petting zoo area,
sniffles.
and
I heard
this
sniffles in the theater.
this pterodactyl mother effer came over and took the little baby saddle off that, and
Look,
he looked over and goes,
I named my fantasy football team after that. Can you see that?
"Stop!"
Oh my God.
The pterodactyls.
He was like, "Girl, are you serious?" And I was like, "Oh God, his little baby saddle." He's like, "Val, I can't. You get out of here." I can't.
my God.
Oh my god.
Oh
God.
man.
That's so
God.
Val though.
It's
It
very,
is,
it's
Val.
very Val. Well, Shane, we
Yeah.
love you so much, and we know we've taken up so much of your time, but we are so appreciative of you being here. Not only because we love you, but
Y'all
what a way
leaving?
to celebrate our 100th
Y'all leaving?
episode. I know it's
We're
crazy.
not going to end that, but we're not in the interview. But for the fans, yes. But
Yeah,
we're
for
going
the
to
yeah, yes.
Very good.
Any final words for your amazing fans? Because obviously, as we said earlier, we love to see you doing so well. You've been, one of the most respected people, one of the most fun people that we know. Everyone loves you. And you've graced your presence to so many different promotions and so many different independents as well. So what are you looking forward to next? And any final words for your fans here on GAW TV?
Next, just continuing the run. Like the business is kind of like really hot right now. Like
Yeah.
actually super, super, super hot. There's a lot of tickets being sold. So fans are really eating this up. So
That's
man, I'm just blessed to be a part of it for so long. I got into business in 1988. So this is my 35th year of actually being involved.
Oh my God.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Wow.
Like and it's all I ever wanted to do. I got really
Yeah.
lucky, and I know that. I'm very much aware of how fortunate my situation is. So and that's one of the things that
Hold
keeps
on,
me
Shane.
grounded. I just
You
come
got
back.
really lucky, but you got really lucky. Yeah, sure. We get lucky and we're blessed and all those things, but it also says it's a lot to do with your talent and your knowledge and your empathy with people and compassion when you're trying to help coach them, and patience and ability to, you're so creative and outside of the box thinker, not just on like ideas for moves, but for catchphrases and different stuff like that. Like you're always thinking like that. And I think the business needs a lot of that, because a lot of people don't think for
Yeah.
themselves and they need a lot of help and guidance. And you've always been one to do that. And you're just amazing. So yes,
Thank you.
you're
Yes.
blessed, and yes, you're fortunate, but you're awesome and you deserve it because you have a lot of knowledge.
You have a big heart,
a
right?
big fountain
And
of
very
knowledge to
giving.
share.
I need to come on this show
Fountain of
more often.
knowledge.
Fountain
This
Maybe
show
not
is
the
really
fountain
good. This
of-
show
You
is
know what?
really good for me.
You
The
don't have
fountain
to go to therapy. No therapy for you for this week.
We got
This
you.
feels good.
We
Yeah.
got
I'll
you,
send
bro.
you
But
a
no,
bill.
we're lucky to call you a friend. The business is lucky to have you. So let's raise a glass to Shane Helms. Hurricane coming through. We are so you could join us, and we wish you all the continued success, and we love you so much.
I love you guys too. I don't have a glass, so
That's okay.
This is the word of GAW, y'all.